Hello, good morning. It's Chris Anderson here, and welcome. Thank you for visiting my site. I'm very grateful, and welcome to my office. This is where I work. I've worked in here for over 30 years, and I'm a salesman basically. I'm out on the road visiting customers, visiting distributors, distributors, sales people. So I've been in the business of selling and mentoring people and training people for probably 35 years plus. And I hope over the course of that time I've made a reasonable reputation for myself as being a pretty honest sort of guy. So what am I doing now? Well, I was working for a company, a computer company. They used to make software for the kitchen industry, and my job there was national sales manager. I was tasked with um, mentoring a team of young graduates to get them to become salesmen, because as far as the equipment was concerned and the technicalities of computer aided design, they were all pretty good at that. But when it came down to knowing about the industry that they were in, and the methodology of talking to people and being polite, and having a good regard for people's requirements and supplying people with actually what they want, instead of something that the salesman wanted them to have, was my job. And so we were pretty successful, and in the year before I left, we turned in some figures that were the best figures the company had achieved in something like 14 years. And it was a very profitable arrangement and result. To such an extent that the board decided that they've made such a good profit this year, it makes the company worth quite a lot of money, so why don't we sell it? So they did. They sold it to a Canadian company, and the Canadian company, of course, moved in and said, "Well, we've got our own people here in the UK. We don't need you anymore. So thanks for what you've done, and goodbye." So the board made lots of money, and I got shown the door, along with, I may say, some great friends of mine, great colleagues that did a good job all together in that team, creating that big turnover figure and the results for the company. So here I am, stuck on the dole, and with nothing to do. So that was a few years ago. I became an agent for products for manufacturers in the kitchen industry, and I've enjoyed that, and I'm still doing it now. One of the companies I work for, I met another chap who is an agent, and he was telling me about something that he does, which is mentoring people and helping people that want to introduce themselves to the internet as far as running a business is concerned. And I thought, that sounds great, but how do you do that? It's all too complicated. I couldn't do it. Because, whilst I've worked with computers quite a bit, building a website and hosting a website and controlling the whole thing, I wouldn't know how to do it. But anyway, he told me that I could do it, and recommended that I had a look at some videos, some training videos, to introduce this company, and it's a training company called the Six Figure Mentors. And it turns out, luckily for me, that they are actually the premier business on the internet in doing this sort of training for website design, creation, and so on. And behind all that, they've got a community, a little bit like a Facebook community, where other members of the Six Figure Mentors get together and talk to each other, just like people do on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and share ideas. And so I joined, and I've never felt alone. It's absolutely grand. And if you've come to this movie with via my website, you'll see, I think, that the website looks pretty good, and I put that together myself. But the thing is, I was told how to do it. I had videos sent to me that I could look at. I could follow the video on my little computer that I've got here, and pause it when I needed to, and actually create a website on my main computer through which I'm speaking to you now. And so I learned about that. I've learned about lots of other things within the organisation that somehow makes more sense. One of the things I'm quite good at doing is to breaking it down into simple language, not using jargon. And so it seems like a pretty good idea to me, and that's why I'm talking to you about it now. And if you'd like to, you might like to fill your name in and your email address, and I'll send you 7 days worth of videos that will show you what the Six Figure Mentors is all about, and it might just inspire you to have a go at it. It's not expensive, and it's one of those things that you do on a monthly basis, and if you don't like it, you can stop. It's simple as that. It's not costing a fortune by any stretch of the imagination. One of the things I've also noticed in the kitchen industry, that is, that I've met lots of people that have become franchisees. You know, they've been made redundant, spent their redundancy money on buying a franchise, and they sell kitchens to people, and you know, in good times it's fine, in bad times it's not so easy. But the thing is that you're still almost working for somebody, because the franchisor, the people that supplies the kitchens and the appliances and the worktops and the sinks and all of those things, they expect you to sell those products that they supply. And of course, if the figures are not too good, they're on your back saying, you know, hang on a minute, what are you doing wrong? We've got other members, other franchisees that are doing much better than you are, and they've got a smaller population around where they are. So that you've got that pressure of these people trying to tell you what to do. And if you did want to get out of it, how do you do that? It's very difficult. You've got a lease on a shop that you've taken on, and that takes a long time to get rid of. Believe me, I know. I've been there. I used to have a kitchen business up until the end of the 1980s, and the recession came, and I had to close it down because there was nobody coming in the shop anymore. You know, the debts and things that build up with rents and things like that don't take very long, and so, you know, I had to spend a lot of money to get myself out of that business and back into employment again. And so I've worked through that employment, and as you know, as I've said, I end up getting made redundant, having done what I thought was a pretty good and pretty honest and pretty reasonable job for people. So anyway, here I am now, trying to talk to you and suggest that you might be interested in getting into an internet business. So you think to yourself, how do I do that? How do I get a website built? Who hosts it for me? What does that mean? How do I get people to come and visit my site? If they do visit my site, what am I going to sell them? I don't know about anything. Well, there's all sorts of answers to these questions, and it's not complicated. You know, you could sell somebody else's products. I mean, you can even become an affiliate of Amazon, can't you? But I don't know why anybody would come and buy anything from you as an affiliate from Amazon, because whatever you sell, they're probably selling it a little bit less expensive, because they've got to pay your commission, haven't they? Well, this is a different thing altogether. You can still have affiliates. You can still have a little box of tricks that you can get hold of and put them onto your website. And if people want these e-books or these videos or various other products, even your own products, something that you source yourself, you can do it. But you need to know how to get the website set up in the first place, and some friends and some company. So that's what I do. And if you'd like to give me a shout, have a chat, I don't mind. I'm looking forward to it. You can write to me, and hopefully I'll be doing another one of these videos at some point in the future, and telling you about some next stages and some more success stories that may evolve from this particular video. But anyway, I hope you have a good day. Thanks for visiting me. Oh, pardon me. I'm really glad that you came, and if there's anything I can do to help you, give me a shout. Thanks very much indeed. All the best. Bye-bye.